over social media. They are coaches, they're help. They do it because they love it, not because they benefit from it. So get on up here, ladies, and let's talk.
All right. We have the boring section of the day, so please bear with us on the cheesy jokes. We were trying to make regulatory and legal stuff sound fun. Sorry. Paperwork before profits. That's what we're talking about today. All right. So my name's Jamie Stuffelbeam. I'm with First Steps HQ. I am a vending coach and fellow entrepreneur. This over here is my partner in crime. That's Alondra Gaddis at Munchie Mom and Soda Pop. She is a vending operator and also a mentor extraordinaire. Now, we both started our businesses from scratch and built to over 6 figures in just a couple of years. Aloe just finished her last year, 2025, at almost $500,000.
498K, it hurt.
Right, yeah. And I sold my business last year at $800,000 in annual sales, and we did that in 2 years. You've probably seen us around the vending groups on Facebook, and then Miss Aloe over there, she is a budding YouTube star.
Oh yes, with 140 subscribers. I'm clearly breaking the internet here.
Absolutely. Got to start somewhere, right? We'll take you up on that.
My first year doing vending, I only made 8K in revenue, so it's a process. But today we're not talking about ha-has, we're not talking about what are the best snacks, because that's obviously Reese's. But we're talking about how to keep your business legal. So if you're just starting out, these are the must-dos that you need to have. If you skip them, you're gonna get fines, you're gonna lose locations, and worst of all, you're gonna get our disappointment. So disappointed.
So I actually have a client, remember, vending business coach. I have a client who's doing over $700,000 in sales a year as a sole proprietor. Not really recommended, guys, all right? And then to top it off, he forgot to register his DBA for 5 years. And when we went to go register his DBA and get him caught up, somebody else had registered his name, the exact one. Now, he had been in business for 20 years, and he had inherited his business from his dad. So this is a legacy we're talking about. And thankfully, we were able to find a name that was somewhat close to what he had before, so he didn't have to completely rebrand, but that could have definitely been a real option for him. So the stuff we're talking about today can be really important, you guys.
All right, time for a temperature check. I would like everybody's hands up. Give me a thumbs up if you're a rookie, a 2, 3, and 4 if you're somewhere in between, and a 5 if you're an absolute pro rock star. You know exactly what you're doing. All right, those 5s I see over there, like my husband, put your hands down, go take a nap, you're not needed. Actually, even if you are a 5, you should still be paying attention, because there might be things like this 20-year veteran in vending that you might have missed, or things that will help you in your next business. I do ask a big favor, please no pictures of our beautiful faces, because at the very end, there's gonna be a QR code so that you can get this presentation, get all of our goodies and everything. And with that said, Jamie, take it away.
All right, boring topic number 1. So your first step is to figure out what type of entity structure you want to have for your business. In vending, there's really 2 options that come up most frequently. One is a sole proprietorship, and the other one's an LLC, or limited liability company. Yeah. Everybody raise your hand if you are operating now or have ever operated as a sole proprietorship in your vending business. Oh, you guys, I got some smart guys in here. Good job, good job.
All righty. So, my sole proprietors, y'all are very brave, because did you know that vending machines kill 4 times as many people than sharks every year? Can anyone guess why?
I knew we had some smart people in here.
Falling on somebody. Anybody else? Any other ideas?
What was that I heard in the back? They said stupidity.
Stupidity, that is absolutely correct. Yes, absolutely. You don't get insurance for the things that you're gonna do. You get insurance for what your customers are going to do. I mean, you should do it for both, but the reality is you care about your business. You're gonna be taking good care of things. Your customers may or may not have that same respect and honor that you have. Anyway, there's 2 different options, and there's some distinctions between the 2. This one is the cheap and easy way to start, but it offers no protections for, well, very little protection for debt, for lawsuits, for claims, and like machine injuries, which you kind of want to prevent that against your business. I actually have a friend, and he almost got sued over a Diet Coke because the guy who bought the Diet Coke, it was 2 months expired, and he was acting, oh my God, it got me sick, I'm dying, the end is near, give me $1 million, right? Now, would he have won that case? Probably not, but I wouldn't want to risk my house on that.
And the other end,
Not expiration dates like everybody likes to call them. They're bet by.
Exactly. No one's
correct,
going to
but
die
your-
from a
but
2-month-old
your client
Diet Coke.
doesn't necessarily understand that or care.
Yeah.
And it's all about perception, right? 100%, all the time. It's always perception, okay? The second type of entity structure is an LLC or limited liability company. This one has a few more requirements. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but it will provide protection for your personal assets if you follow the rules, and we'll get to that in a little bit later. It is more expensive, but all of my businesses that I've ever owned have been LLCs, and that's how we started. So my vending business, my coaching and consulting, we used to own a Jersey Mike's, that was an LLC as well. So I really recommend having an LLC set up from day one. Does anybody in here know what DBA stands for? Nope. Stands for doesn't block anything, okay? All a DBA does for you is give you a trade name that people can recognize you by, like First Steps HQ or Munchie Mom and Soda Pop, but it doesn't protect you from anything. All it is a name on a piece of paper that you can use to advertise. That's it, okay? No protection.
Step number 2, you're going to choose and register your business name. You're going to start with a name search on your Secretary of State's website. If it's available, you're going to register it so that only you in your state can use it. You don't want the situation that Jamie's client ended up having. After you submit your documents, you're going to wait for an email, and they're going to send it all to you, and you better save it, because business documents have a really nasty habit of becoming really important right when you can't find them. Ask me how I know. And some states are going to charge you for extra copies, so you might as well make sure it's protected. Here's a quick tip that I really want you to do. Before you even do this part, though, check that the name is not used online, that you can then get that domain, get that website, because the last thing you want is you pick the name, you love the name, and now that name's already taken.
All right. Step number 3, you need to get an EIN or an employer identification number. This is like a social security number for your business. You're going to need this to hire employees. You're going to need it for taxes. You're going to need it if you want to open up a checking account. And all of those vendors, suppliers, Amazon, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, they're going to require this too, okay? It's super easy to apply. You go to www.irs.gov. There's a little picture on there that says apply for an EIN. The whole thing takes less than 5 minutes, and my favorite part, it's free. Free, people, free. And my second favorite part is when you hit submit, if you're patient and you elected for an online confirmation, you have your EIN in about 30 seconds most of the time, okay?
Step 4 is permits and licenses, and this is where things get a little bit weird, because it's going to vary by your state, your county, your city, and they don't talk to each other, so you need to talk to them. What ends up happening is what you're going to do is you're going to first start your search online, and then you're going to end up with some questions, and I highly recommend you reach out to a city official, and you get everything in writing. Don't assume you're being compliant, because fines are an expensive way to find out that you're not. Unfortunately, I don't know is not an acceptable reason to not follow the rules.
Step number 5 is to get your operating agreement. How many of you have an LLC and have an operating agreement? All right, how many of y'all use ChatGPT to do your operating agreement? All right, did you actually read what it said after you created that document? Did you actually read the document?
Okay.
Good job, because there's a lot of people who don't. All right, I never typically recommend using an AI site to create a document that is legally binding. Get that? Okay. Now, I have, however, helped dozens of my clients use a 1-hour free coaching session to set up their business. In that 50-minute time frame, we were able to get their EIN, register their business with the state, and do their LLC operating agreement online. So it's something that can be done fairly quick and easy if you know what you're doing. The LLC operating agreement defines every way that your business is going to legally operate. So if you have multiple owners, they're going to be listed in there. It's going to talk about how you're going to split your profits, how you're going to make decisions, and how you're going to end things if things don't go well or go really, really well and you sell like I did. You're going to need the operating agreement if you ever want to open up a business checking account or if you want to get a business loan, okay? Here's your pro tip. My goal is to, every interaction I have with people, either save them money, make them money, or save them time. Here's your freebie for the day, all right? Rocket Lawyer. You can go to Rocket Lawyer and search LLC operating agreement and start answering the questions. It's even customized for your state. When you're done answering the questions, you will have a full legal document for your LLC. All you have to do is print it off and sign it. Now, before they'll let you print it off and sign it, they're going to ask you if you want to become a member. What you're going to do is you're going to say, I want to do a 7-day free trial. You'll have to put in your credit card information. And don't forget, because this is the most important part, as soon as you put in your credit card information and you click it, you're going to be able to download or email that document. At that moment, everybody pull out your phone, put your calendar up. On day 5, set a reminder to cancel your free trial, okay? I always do it on day 5 because I like to have a couple of days cushion just in case I do want to have an attorney review the document or if I made a mistake and I need to fix something, all right?
Step 6, setting up your sales tax. Once your business is registered, you're going to check if your state taxes vending sales. And if it does, congratulations, you now have a monthly date with the Department of Revenue. The account here is where you're going to set up and pay taxes. It is going to be the place where you're going to set up your tax exemption. And you definitely want to be tax exempt because you don't want to have to pay double taxes when you buy the item and when you sell the item. So, a little side note here, the order of this, that you're doing this, is going to depend on your state. So don't just listen to us, listen to your state. The Department of Revenue has a great memory, and unlike us, they have no sense of humor.
All right, we are on to step number 7. Step number 7 is to set up a business checking account. You're going to look for a bank or a credit union that has low or no fees, and if you're doing traditional vending at all, you're going to want somewhere that does coin service, specifically dollar coins, all right? Now, to set up that account, you are going to need your personal Social Security number and ID, your EIN letter, remember from the IRS, your LLC operating agreement, Rocket Lawyer, shh, and you're going to need your articles of organization and certificate of good standing that you would have gotten from your state Secretary of State when your registration was approved. Now, this is really, really, really important. Do not mix your business and your personal finances. That liability protection that we talked about that comes with an LLC, if you are buying groceries on your business checking account, that protection just went right out the window, okay? You can pay yourselves. You can reimburse expenses. You can put money into your business from your personal account and your business accounts. You have to record it properly on your books. If you don't record it as an owner's draw, the money you're taking out, or an owner's contribution, the money you're putting in, that protection from your LLC goes away, okay? Did everybody hear me? What happens to your protection if you mix personal and business finances? It goes away, okay?
Steps 8 and 9 are about looking legit. So you're going to lock in your domain, your website, set up a professional email, get a virtual phone number. A quick show of hands here. I'm hoping for some brave souls. Who here has an embarrassing email that they would never put on a business card?
Down in front.
All right.
What
For this delicious can of soda, would you share with us what your business name, email is?
It was actually a fake name I created myself, so it was BobLarryGeorge10@gmail.com.
Oh, that's a pretty decent one. That's not that bad,
Okay.
but you still win that soda.
But for the record, my friend of mine, his was demonscrewer.com, or Demon Screwer. Wouldn't recommend that one, please, not on your business cards.
Alrighty, yeah, and mine was Ramen Superhero. So at AOL.com, because of course I'm a superhero. And the part of that that's actually embarrassing to me isn't the ramen superhero, it's the AOL part. Please, no Gmail, no Hotmail, no Yahoo, no AOL, no MSN. Your machines can look brand new, but if your business sounds outdated, that's what people are going to perceive. Also recommend a virtual phone number, so when you get those 2 a.m. calls, it's not going to your personal number, it's going to your business number.
All right, we have a little video for you guys to watch.
What? Take it forward. Why? Alright, we gotta go. We gotta go. Yeah,
Remember what we were talking about with human stupidity? Step number 10 is insurance, all right? Typically in vending, we recommend to have a $1 million per incident, a $2 million aggregate general liability policy. Don't let those numbers scare you. It's really not that expensive. A lot of people actually have machine coverage as well, but here's my second save yourself some money tip for the day. Well, I don't know, maybe second, maybe 20th, I don't know. Anyway, you don't necessarily need to have full coverage for every single one of your machines. And here's why. If your machines in all of your different locations all get wiped out on the same day at the same time, honey, we got bigger stuff to worry about than your insurance, okay, in your business. There's something going on, okay? Now, a lot of premium clients may require your certificate of insurance or your COI. And this is going to be really important if somebody's shaking your machine and it rolls over their big toe and then they try to sue you for $100 or $1 million, okay?
So in conclusion, you still, after this presentation, are going to need to choose your machines, choose your pricing, your products, your marketing. But these 10 steps give you a solid foundation, and almost everything can be completed in 2 hours or less.
So here's the CYA portion of this presentation here. Even though I've been in finance and accounting for 20 years and I've owned multiple businesses, and Alondra has owned multiple businesses as well, neither one of us have the name CPA, accountant, or attorney in our titles, okay? So if you have any questions on anything, please don't text me at 2 o'clock in the morning. Call an attorney or an accountant or a CPA to clarify and make sure you're doing everything correct. Now, some of you guys are going to take everything that we talked about today and you're going to look at these beautiful machines and you're going to go home and you're going to put it all into action, everything you hear today. If you are somebody who wants a more done with you kind of approach, we got you. Aloe, do you want to do the honors?
Yes, please. Okay, so we're excited to announce our Vending Success Bootcamp. It's going to have training. It's going to have, you're also going to get the machines, yeah. You get in-person training, practical hands-on experience. We're going to show you the machines. We're going to practice it. We're going to get to know how to set up templates, all that good stuff. And then we're also going to teach you how to locate in person. You're going to go on field trips with us in our cars. I need to improve my insurance, make sure that that's okay. But
Yeah, you're good.
yeah, we're fine. And then you're going to go home. You're going to get your new machine. And then you're going to get follow-up support and get taken care of. You're going to get a lot of support in your vending journey before, during, and after. And then if you want to find out more about this, you can either catch one of us after this show, or you can pick up one of the nifty flyers we have up front, or scan the QR code that's about to pop up on the screen.
In a little bit.
Oh.
Now I want to clarify first. We are not going to find your locations for you, okay? But we will teach you how to prospect, pitch, and place those machines. Right?
We're not going to run your business for you, but by the time you leave, you'll have all the tools and ongoing support you're going to need to be successful in this industry if you put in the work.
All right, QR codes. On the left side, well, yeah, your left side is a QR code for this presentation. It's got all the flyers on it, or all the slides. The one on the right-hand side is our boot camp, okay? Now, you can learn more on our websites.
On our website, munchiemomandSodaPop.com/blog, or
firststepshq.com/resources.
And that's a wrap. Today, with all the boring stuff, thank you so much for doing this with us. And other than that one guy in the back, yeah, I see you. Thank you.
Thanks for staying awake, guys.